It's hard. They're hard yards, man. We're trying to get them yards. Those 200 yards. You notice how he did step up when he takes a knee. He only loses 1 yard when he takes a knee. Yeah. So, on purpose. 76 plays. It is so loud, aggravating. It really is, but they deserve it. All right, ready? All right, I think obviously, first of all, really proud of our guys. After a tough week, last week, coming off a tough loss up at BC, and really disappointed in that loss, obviously, last week. And but for credit to our guys and our staff, continue to battle, continue to not listen to naysayers. I mean, everybody's going to put you down when you don't do good. I don't care who you are. I don't care what position you're in. They're always going to put you down and talk negative about you. So you can either listen to it or you can just keep doing what you're doing and hope some good stuff will happen. The good stuff didn't start happening until the second quarter for us. The first quarter was not very good at all, offensively and defensively. But I thought our guys settled down in the second quarter. We started making some plays. We battled back in it, and they did a great job to get the ball back and to kick the field goal. I thought that was huge right before half, to go up 13-10, to get that momentum, knowing that they're going to get the ball back when we come back out in the second half. And our defense did a great job of stopping, holding, and then the offense goes down and scores. Next thing you know, we're up 10 with only, I think, 4.5 minutes off the clock. And so that's great momentum for us. And then we just kind of battled a little bit. And then in the fourth quarter, we kind of took over. But, really proud of our guys. We had a great offensive drive there in the second half. I don't know how many, 8.5 minutes, 8.5 minutes that took off the clock and ended in a touchdown. That's huge for our guys. Really proud of that. I talked about, we had some new starters today. Obviously, everybody knows the quarterback, Brock. Brock came out, and, man, what a great effort he gave us today. And he settled down after the first quarter and really played well. Huge play on the fourth down when he pulls it and goes for a touchdown, about 50-yard touchdown, and that was a great play by him. And I thought he started settling down and started making some great throws against their defense. We had a lot of respect for their defense, and to go out and to play the way they did. I thought Griffin started at safety. I thought Griffin had a great game. Did some really, really good things for us. Guys stepped up when they needed to. Our backs were against the wall today. We're 0 for whatever, and they see play. We're going on the road. They're, all the negativity, and we got all these backups, and they came out and played a great game. I mean, defensively, we held them to single-digit rushing yards. Offensively, put up 470 yards against a really good defense. I just think you can't say enough about our resiliency of our guys, and I'm really proud of them, the way they came out and finished this game.
Coach covered pretty much everything except how much did your guys play, not only to support Brock, but maybe to support
Yeah.
The crap's flying around.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about me. I do know they showed up and supported Brock. There was a lot of guys on the field that come up to you and tell, hey, great job, coach, and love you, and that happens, and I love them too. I mean, because I tell them, I mean, it's people over the player. I mean, no matter what happens to me, anytime this year, 5 years from now, whatever, there's still the relationship that we still have with the players as people is what's most important. And so I think when you coach that way, I've been coaching that way my whole career, then they can never take that away from you. And that's why I told them, you face adversity, we faced a ton, but be who you are, because your character's going to get revealed whenever you get all this stuff, negativity on you. So, but I just want them to know I still care about them no matter what. And I think they came out and played today. I thought our offensive line played outstanding today because they were a really good sack team. I mean, they were generating a lot of sacks throughout the season, man. They stayed clean. He had a clean pocket today, and was able to sit there and make some of those throws. They rallied behind him. I thought was awesome. Because Brock is a selfless guy. He cares about the teammates. Even when he's not playing, he's always pumping them up. And so they obviously want to come out and play great for him today. Defensively, I thought we did a really nice job, except for the one pass down the sideline, of really kind of keeping everything in front and then rallying and tackling. That was our goal this week, not to give up those big plays that we did at the BC game. I thought those guys did a nice job as well.
Going back to that fake handoff, I guess what did you see there? What went into that play call?
Yeah, I think they were. We knew on fourth down, particularly in short, they're going to bring everybody in the box and blitz off the edge. And if they do blitz off the edge and they tackle the running back, then Brock's got to pull it. And he's not known to be a runner, but it doesn't matter because there shouldn't be anybody else out there. Well, he had a great read on the play. He squeezed down, he pulls it. nobody's there, and he's off to the races. Show that speed he had today in that run. But that was a great play by him. It's part of our offense. We've been running it, and he made a great read on that, and to be able to pull it and make a touchdown.
Did you feel like when he did that, it kind of relieved a little pressure on his shoulders?
I think so. I do. I think it probably relaxed him a little bit more to say, man, I can play with these guys. Because you got to think about, here's a guy who really hadn't played much for us. He played a South Florida game. The game was already out of hand. And I think as a player, you think you really belong, but then until you go out there and do it, you don't really know. And I think when he made that play, because he was disappointed in the first third down, when he thought he had the first down, he slid, but then the ball gets put back. And so he's 1 yard short. He was so disappointed on that. And so I think he thought, man, give me another opportunity and we'll get some more yards. And he did. If you notice from that point forward, he was always running to get yards and he wasn't sliding.
That's not starter,
Yeah.
but you're obviously the first one.
Mhm.
Is there anything that you kind of say to him for those moments where, if you do have that rough start, just kind of settle him down and keep focused?
Well, not necessarily to him. I mean, really for the whole team. We know you're going to face adversity in games, but it's how you respond. You got to put that play aside and move to the next play. He did a great job of that, not dwelling on some of those negative plays in the first quarter. And then after the locker room, coach, I apologize for the first quarter. I mean, he ended up settling down and he started seeing it better. I think that's one thing about it. Things go fast initially as a quarterback. You got to read everything. The game started slowing down for him, and then he started seeing it. I thought, then he just cut loose and started playing, which we knew he was capable of playing. He made some big time throws today. I'm very proud of him.
What was the difference with Griffin at safety? Obviously, don't think your leading tackler, but then I think after the first quarter, Riley got moved to corner and was in pretty much the entire time. How different did that make the secondary?
Yeah, I mean, I think, we've been trying to find a good mix and match. Like, where to put the guys to be able to make plays. And I think the one thing that we talked about this week, make sure if you're the safety back there, if you're the deep safety, get deep. We can't give up the post ball in the middle. Don't think we did today, and that's what hurt us. That was our Achilles heel last week. So, and then when you're a roll down, then you got to spin down and hit that alley. I think, and they were able to do that. And then you mentioned Quincy out there playing some corner there. We're rotating some guys around. Trey Clark's playing in the slot, so we're trying to find the best matchup. Brownlee had a nice pick on sideline, and Griffin had one. I mean, it's a good mix of what they were doing in the back end. And then I'm really proud of the D-line linebackers up front, man. To hold anybody in college football to what we did rushing, that's big time. He's got an ankle that has been bad. He's kind of been bugging him. In South Florida when it happened. Plays last week, this week in practice, kind of just really bugging him, and just didn't feel like he could push off like he needed to be able to play defense.
Scott, how stressed? How do you block the stress out of the negativity or
Yeah.
the naysayers out? And how tough was this week for everybody?
Yeah, I mean, I don't turn my phone on. That's number one. If you want to feel bad about yourself, turn your phone on if something bad's going on. I don't listen to any of that stuff. I got a job to do. I just do my job to the best of my ability. And, and that's kind of what we did this week. We went to work. I don't know how to do anything else. I'm not smart enough to know how to do anything else. I just go to work. I mean, I really am. And to the best we can. This week, I think it was just a hyper focus with our staff, offense, defense, kicking. I really believe, to his question, I really believe just kind of everybody rallied. I think everybody just kind of rallied and said, listen, let's go do this. Let's get this done. Let's play good offense, defense, special team as a unit. And we did that in the second half today. And it doesn't matter who you play. You still got to go out and make plays. The guys have to go out and make plays. And because coaches, man, we can't go out and make it for them. And I saw a lot of playmakers out there today making plays.
Teaching off that outside noise internally, have there been any kind of conversation with administration, anybody that said anything to you after last week?
I mean, yeah, there's conversation after every week, win or lose. We always have conversation. Conversation after last week's, hey, what can we do to get better? Like how are we going to get better? And so, the things that I shared with y'all is kind of what I was sharing with our, Josh Hurd and our administration. I'm like, hey, we're going to do whatever we can to get better. And here's things that we're going to do. And then let's go out and try to make it happen. We're still early in the season. We're the halfway point, right? There's a lot of ball left to be played, and we take it one game at a time. For us, we got to heal up. We got a bunch of dings. We had, Adonis Boone went down today on the goal line. We got a bunch of guys that are dinged up, so we got to heal up next week. We got to go out and recruit, continue to recruit, and then, we'll have Pittsburgh the following week.
Coach, you mentioned all the changes.
Yeah.
You talked about it with me up there. Did you call the plays today, or what happened?
Yeah, I still call the plays today, like we always do. There's a great collaboration on our offensive staff. I got into this business calling plays. I'm calling plays. And but I'm not hard-headed enough to know to listen to my guys, and I always have. So I'm going to listen to our coaches and I'm listening to the defense. So I'm collaborating with the defense and they're back, they're talking about the next series. So when I come back over, all right, guys, what are you seeing out there? We talk about it. Here's some things we need to run. Then I'm calling the play, right? But I'm taking all the information in. We got great coaches, offense and defense. And so I'm going to take that information. I'm going to run with it, but I'm calling the plays. And I was calling the plays in the first quarter too, when they were not good. But I was calling them the last three when they were. So the guys went out and made plays, and I really appreciate the way they fought today. And love my guys. All right.
Might have been just the perception, but it seems like there's more of a concerted effort to get Marshawn Ford involved in the passing game. And how big is it to have someone like him as a leader, especially with helping Brock?
Yeah, it was a big effort this week. That's a good question because after the BC game, we realized, hey, where can we put our guys best to make plays? And so we're really looked at it this week. Get T. Huddy on the inside. He had a couple of catches on the inside now, not just on the outside. We had Marshawn Ford on the inside working on safeties. We utilized Amari's speed getting outside. I mean, we just tried to utilize these guys' talents to the best of our ability to be able to make plays. And Ford did some great things today inside on safeties and linebackers. He's a really good player. We tried to get him a couple more balls today and just couldn't quite connect on it. Thought he would have had a touchdown. But anyway, great game by him. And we'll have to go dial up some more plays next week. All right. Thanks, guys. That was really annoying.
Yeah, that's how it's.
I was calling them in the first quarter when they were very good.
First Brock, that 40 yard, big handoff. Everybody thought the ball was not in your hands. What was going through your mind as you were going down the field and just, before that play even?
It was fourth down, and so I initially thought I was going to hand it off, but everyone crashed, so I just did what we needed to do. Very grateful for a wide open lane down the field. So yeah, I just was doing my job.
Was that a play? You guys struggled the first quarter. Coach talked about, the different things. It just seemed like after that play, you almost kind of took a deep breath and was like, okay, I'm kind of getting this now. Did that play help maybe take some of the pressure?
Yeah, I was just in my own way first quarter. As much as you want to prepare for your first start, I just needed to get out of my own way. And once I did that, this team was amazing. Our defense got 5 turnovers. Our offensive line made some amazing pushes on the goal line and on key downs to get first downs. So, I feel like I got so much help from my team, and this was an extremely amazing just team win. I just did my job, and there's a lot I need to clean up and a lot to learn from. I know when I watch this tape, I'll be pretty disappointed, but I'm just grateful we won. Truly, I'm not a stat guy. I'm just a grinder out and help this team win. That's all I want to do.
How nice did it feel at the end to have the ball for 8 minutes and 11 seconds and be able to run it out when you're winning? And at the end, that last first down, you kind of stood and did the first down. That had to feel really cool, didn't it?
Yeah, I just, you never know how many moments you're going to get of these. So when I knew we won, we got that first down, I just really wanted to soak it in. There's nothing greater than being out there. So I was really just wanting to soak up the moment. And, the offensive line, again, that entire drive, manned up and got us really hard yards. So, again, they stepped up, and I just couldn't be more proud of our team when, we were 2-3, didn't have an ACC win, and we came out here and showed that, we're ready to get this thing going back in the right direction.
Brock, what did you find out you're starting? What was that mental preparation like heading into this?
Yeah, I found out, I think, on Sunday. I instantly started preparing, and, definitely there's a big weight of responsibility. The main thing I want to do is just do my job extremely well, because my job, dictates a lot of things, and my goal is just to put the ball in the best position possible for my teammates. These guys, work their butt off year round for 12 opportunities. So, you know, when it's bigger than yourself and your job is just to be the point guard, that's truly my goal, is just to put the ball in their hands and let them succeed.
It's nice to have a little blanket like Marshawn Ford out there for you. And then Tyler today really got in. And I know you got some stuff outside and inside with him. Those two had big games, but it is nice to have Marshawn there for you, isn't it?
Yeah, no, those two both are ballers. You know, we have some more ballers, Jalen Carter, you know, Amari Huggins Bruce, so many guys that we need to get the ball to, and I'm just happy that T Huddy and Marshawn were open when we needed them to be, and yeah, it was awesome.
Coach mentioned after that first quarter, him and apologize. Just had that conversation about maybe getting that slow start. I guess, when did you feel more settled in, and how did you kind of just, level out?
I mean, when you start that bad, there you have nothing to lose. So I really just, I don't know what the future holds. So I really just wanted to take advantage of this one opportunity that I have that was guaranteed. And, I just wanted to finish it the right way. And so I had no choice. My back was against the wall and my teammates were counting on me. So it was really just getting out of my own way, getting the nerves out of the way. Yeah, that was the biggest thing.
There's been a lot of negativity and naysayers this week. Coach said, blocked it out. Everybody else stepped up. How did you guys as a team feel like? How did you block it out? I mean, did you feel like did you hear everything that was going on?
We work our butt off year round. I mean, we are at these facilities day in and day out for an extremely long time. So, we're here to get what's ours, and we could care less of the outside noise. We know what we're made of, and people are going to talk if you're good or bad, regardless. I mean, you can throw for 500 yards and they can still pinpoint, where you've done bad. And so it just doesn't matter really, because we could be 5-0 and they can still say something. So there's always going to be noise. And, my mom once said that any publicity is good publicity. So we'll take it. Yep.
I mean, it's obviously you guys knew how important, this game was coming into this. How big is that for y'all to just now have that kind of, personal chip off your shoulders in terms of getting that first ACC win?
We just each day just grinding, just working. It feels good to definitely get our first ACC win, but it's not over yet. We're just getting started. So we're gonna look at the corrections, see what we didn't do well, see what we did well, and try to work on the best assignments and stuff that we did.
Yeah, it feel great, man, to just get our first ACC win, and knowing that this week we faced a lot of adversity and we still fought through it and got through it. So that just to show you that this team, what we capable of and what we can do when we all fight together and stick together.
Brock, obviously, the one that got started after Malik had, concussion-like symptoms. Seemed like you got a lot more targets today, Marshawn. I guess, can you just speak to that and how important it was for you to maybe help Brock, feel a little more settled as, one of the older guys?
Yeah, coming out his first game starting, I just told him I'm 100% behind you, no matter how it goes. He works his butt off every day. He stays ready. So whenever his time comes up, as you just seen, like he's ready for the opportunity. He takes advantage of it. So.
What y'all thinking when they had that 44-yard touchdown?
Oh, I actually didn't even see it because I was on the ground. I was blocking. So I just looked up and I seen him like at the goal line and he scored. I'm like, wait, what happened? They like he pulled it. I'm like, that boy good, man. But just to sit there and watch Brock have fun and pick apart defenses, I love to see that.
Jarvis, you guys obviously Virginia last year had, It's a little different, obviously, this year, but, you know, with some of those same receivers, they did have some big plays. But what was the key in, you know, limiting those big plays and making them sort of not count when, you know,
Man, I think just we all believing in each other in that room and just taking one play at a time, man. You know, early in the game, they threw a flag and you know, once they throw a flag, it's a free play. So I kind of lagged off and thought they deaded the play. So he kind of got me on that on the first touchdown. But it was just about having short-term memory, man. Just about going to the next play and knowing what I'm capable of, man. So our guys, man, we just fight. And we came into this game knowing that we can't let this game fall on us to we lose and we the ones that gave it away. So, you know, I challenge those guys this week a lot to, you know, man, just do your job, man. Once you do your job, believe that the next guy is gonna be there to do his job. So it's really about it comes down to the fundamentals, man, and believing in one another. So I feel like once we do that in that room and know that we can trust our brother that he's gonna be in the spot that he's supposed to be in, then we can't lose and we don't give up deep balls.
Coach mentioned also going to helping out on the defensive side a little more this week moving forward. Did you notice a difference in just maybe some of his input, a little more input on that side?
Yeah, I'll say, you know, they kind of switched the game plan a little bit. So we probably came into this week running less, man, unless we had to. So we came into this game basically just want to not give up deep balls. So we knew that was what their number one offense is. They like to go deep, run crossing routes, and they try to get the ball to number 3 in 99. So man, we just came into the game and just knowing that the game was gonna fall on us and that we knew we can't give no deep balls up. So I think this week, Coach Sachs, when he came over, it was just about if the safety supposed to be in the post, stay in the post. If corner got deep third, stay in your deep third. So that's what it was all about, man. It was just about trust and not giving up deep balls.
Or Sean, sorry if you've been asked, walked in late. I'm not sure many people believe Brock could lead you guys to a win, and after the first quarter, I'm not sure how many of them were left. What were your thoughts at the end of the first quarter, and what changed for him?
It wasn't necessarily him. It was the offense, like us in general. You know, we came out flat. We didn't have that one big play that gets us going. And you know, I'm on the sideline and I'm telling Brock, I'm like, hey, when we get this first big play, it's on, it's rolling. He's like, you're right, you're definitely right. And you know, we had that first over through the middle, and from there it just took off, and we never looked back. I'm like, man, those pass interceptions that it's in the past. Don't worry about them. Next play, let's go play.
What do you at the end? He did that first down. I don't know if you saw him at the end of the game. It's like the last first down, and he had this big sigh. I mean, what did you kind of feel from him? What did you see from him at the end as he was kind of celebrating?
I seen a guy who really put in a lot of hard work, finally get his opportunity and made the most of it. That's what I see.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, guys. Without hate, there.
I send you the link. You post it.
Yeah.